very briefly, the funniest story I've ever heard. I have a lot of friends who have been Belle, and Brooke Tansley, who was Belle a couple of Bells ago, tells this wonderful story how she left the theater. She had signed this autograph for this little girl, maybe like 9 or 10, at the stage door, and then left and like walked maybe like up to Broadway, and like started walking a little bit north and ran into a friend of hers who she hadn't seen for a long time. So she gave him a kiss. And all of a sudden she hears, "That's not the Beast."
Oh my God! Dude, it's a show!
She was horrified that she had ruined this poor... That's not the Beast!
That is so cute. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how cute!
This little kid yelled at Donny Osmond after the show.
Oh really?
Why are you so mean to the Beast?
Aww.
That's funny. I like it when kids get into it that much.
Yeah, like a bit too much. That's so funny.
Speaking of, I know you've only done...
You know, I was so excited to go to New York because, you know, I have my days free. I have all my days except for Wednesday and Saturday when we have 2 performances. But, you know, I've been so tired from the show that I haven't been able to do a lot. Today was the first day I went to H&M, which is incredibly exciting because they don't have one in LA. Well, they just opened one in LA. But I went to H&M, shopped around a bit. My mother was here for opening night, and she saw a lot of shows that I want to see. I really would love to see Spring Awakening, which I'm going to see pretty soon. I really would like to see The Pirate Queen just because I'm a fan of Stephanie Block and I've, you know, performed with her a couple times. I'd really like to see Grey Gardens. Gosh, there's a lot of shows. I'd really like to see the New York Ballet Company. Anything. I'd like to see them do anything. I really miss seeing good ballet. I haven't seen a good ballet show in a long time. I would like to see Fosse again, things I've already seen. You know, Chicago with Bebe Neuwirth as Roxy, that must be really exciting. I'd like to see a lot. I haven't seen anything. I've been really busy and just really tired. I just got Netflix, though, so I get a lot of movies coming to my house, so I see a lot of movies. But yeah, I really wish I could experience New York and take it all in and, you know, what do you call it? You know, I can't think of the word, but...
Assimilate, absorb.
Absorb, yeah. Experience all of what New York has to offer. You know, take in all of what New York has to offer. Ha!
Who's calling?
Somebody's calling me!
You didn't want to take it?
Am I taking in this interview? Hello?
I'm on Broadway.
Hello? That's so funny.
What about, what shows would you might like to be in, whether or not they're on Broadway right now? What roles would you love to play in musical theater?
Oh gosh, I haven't even seen Pirate Queen, but it seems like the most amazing show, physically, vocally. I mean, there's a million songs. I'd love to see that. I'd love to be in Chicago. I'd love to play Velma in Chicago. I'd love to play Roxy too. I'd love that. I'd love to do the dancing and the singing. The songs are amazing. Great acting, just great. I'd love to do Belle. I mean, it's a great role. I would love to play the witch in Into the Woods. That is a dream role of mine. I'd like to play a lot of characters in Into the Woods. Cinderella, but the witch, I mean, she gets amazing songs, and her transformation is just that I would love to play that. I would love to play Eva Perón in Evita on Broadway. I mean, that would be, you know, at the proper age, not as a 15-year-old. Gosh, I'd love to play Fanny Brice in Funny Girl if they'd ever bring that back. Oh, that'd be amazing. I'd love to play Sally Bowles. I'd love to play all the wonderful leads, Sally Bowles and Cabaret. Oh, that would be amazing. And I'd really be following Susan Egan's footsteps. Goodness, a lot. I'd love to do Sunday in the Park with George. There's amazing musicals, a million. I wish I was a strong enough tapper to do 42nd Street. I think that would be great. But I have a girlfriend who's just got cast in Grease, and I'd like to do Grease. I played Sandy in Grease at a community theater in Huntington Beach, and it was really fun. It was fun to do a different angle on Sandy too. I think she can be played too. What was your question? I'm great. I'm great at this. That is so funny.
If you want the different mediums that you've worked in, what's been different about them, and what you'd like to do more of.
You know, I've been lucky enough to do film and television and, I was going to say television and TV. I've been lucky enough to do film, television, and theater, and now Broadway theater. And they're all incredibly different. But what's really different between theater and television, it really, like I've said, is the sitting and waiting. There's so much sitting and waiting. I think theater is so much more work and constant work. I love television because I love how simple it is, and how you're often working with just one person in one scene, and how it's much smaller, and it's all about just the listening between two people, and you get take after take, and you can make it perfect. But there is nothing like live theater with an audience, and there's nothing like that final bow. It sounds so cheesy, and I don't mean to sound cocky, but you feel so good when people applaud, especially when they stand and applaud. My opening night, I couldn't believe it. I was bawling. I mean, I was really bawling. It was uncontrollable, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. I think they're different in a lot of ways. They're different that in theater you have to know your stuff. You have to know your cues. You have to do fast costume changes. With film and television, you have people holding your hand. You have a first and second AD telling you exactly where to go. They bring you back and forth from your dressing room. There's a lot of downtime. There's a craft service table. You can constantly eat. You don't have to go out and get your own food. But I like the responsibility of theater. I love it, and I'm so lucky to have done and experienced all, and I hope in the future I get to as well. I think if I had to choose